Good evening and welcome to Newsbite. I am Nicole Peters and making the headlines in this week. Election candidates announced. Free child seats for low-income families. New Horizons open their new gym. And highlights from this week's sporting action. With by-elections taking place on the 23rd of March, nominations for potential candidates to fill the vacant seats were announced on Wednesday, the 9th of March. Returning Officer Gillian Francis made the announcement just after 1 p.m. on Wednesday.
Legislative Council Elections Declaration. The Elections Ordinance 2009 provides for nominations to be delivered to the returning officer not later than noon on the last day appointed for the nomination of candidates. The closing date for nominations for the 2016 by-election is today, Wednesday, the 9th of March 2016. The Election Regulations 2009 states that during the period of 1 hour after the close of nominations, the returning officer shall permit the candidates and their sponsors and supporters to examine the nominations received. It is now 6 minutes after 1 o'clock, and I declare that the following candidates have been validly nominated for election to the Legislative Council. Per Michael Olson of Livery Stables, Jamestown, sponsored by Vince Thompson of April Cottage, Potty Hill Alarm Forest, and Thomasine Tanda Williams of Gordon's Post, Alarm Forest, and Lionel George Williams of Brenville, near Halftree Hollow, St. Paul's, sponsored by Gilbert Lester Legg of Bamboo Grove, Sandy Bay, and William Arthur Henry of Rosemary Villa, St. Paul's. A poll will be taken on 23rd of March 2016 at the Levelwood, Hartford, Jamestown, Blue Hill, Sandy Bay, Kingsast, and Halftree Hollow Community Centres, and at St. Mary's Church at the Briars. Thank you.
Olson and Williams will be sparring for the seat left vacant after Les Baldwin's prison sentence late last year. This is the third by-election since the general election in 2013, and the loser will probably have another chance later in the year, as Nigel Dallery has already announced that he will retire in July. The Police Directorate has launched an initiative to bring car seats to the island to help keep children safe. As part of the initiative, the Directorate received funding from the Safeguarding Board, which allowed them to buy 150 car seats. Chief of Police Trevor Butting tells us more.
Okay. Well, as part of the wider safeguarding of children on the island, we've launched an initiative to bring car seats to the island. I personally have some concerns around children being unrestrained in cars, and of course we're all here for the welfare of children. So we've got an initiative where DFID have supplied some extra money to the island towards safeguarding, and people will be aware there's a number of projects that have been launched from SHG, and this is one of them. So we have a total of 150 car seats coming to the island with a view that people can apply to have those, and depending on certain conditions they'll be free to the public.
Okay, so who is eligible for the car seats?
Well, anyone on St Helena can apply for them. My real priority is to give car seats to low-income families. That's my real priority. They are expensive. You'll see that they're very nice, they're brand new. They'd be somewhere between £50 to £80 if you bought them brand new. So family incomes of less than £25,000, the car seats will be free. So over £25,000, you'll have to pay the going rate for them, I'm afraid. And that's really just so the priority is towards low-income families.
And is it just one variety of car seat, or is it for different ages?
Well, it's for different ages, but predominantly different weights of the children. You see, these are the two models here. And in fact, this model here can break down into what people would recognise from elsewhere as a booster seat. So you can use this car seat up to a certain age and certain weight, but then you can just use the booster seat as children get older. So what's really important is when people apply for the car seats, they need to understand the weight of their children and put that on the application form, and then we can get the most appropriate seat for them.
Okay, so how can people apply for the car seats?
There's an application form from the 1st of April, so they're not available at the moment, but from the 1st of April they'll be available from police headquarters, they'll be available in creches and primary schools, and hopefully the customer service centre.
Okay.
So there'll be a variety of places, but we'll follow that up with clear information into the newspapers. But those from the 1st of April, you'll be able to apply. And then from the 9th of April, we're looking to issue the car seats. So the quicker you apply, the quicker you can get your children safely restrained into the vehicles.
And is there any process of getting car seats? Like who's gets a car seat first, or is it just first come, first served?
It'll be first come, first served. My priority, as I said, is towards low-income families. So I will prioritise those who want to buy them further down the line. Those who qualify for a free seat will get the priority in how we issue them.
The police urges families to take advantage of the opportunity to get free car seats and get children strapped in. In October last year, we reported that New Horizons were to move their gym from the AVAC building in Jamestown to a new purpose-built premises in Halftree Hollow. Since then, all the construction work has been completed and members have already started using it. The new gym is now in what was the Skittle Alley at the Halftree Hollow Community Centre. The new venue has a modern, clean look to it and has machines and weights that allow you to do most exercises. Access is by membership only, which can be obtained from New Horizons, and at a mere £5 a month or £50 for a year, it's a small price to pay for keeping fit. Here now is Damien Obey with your Sports Roundup.
Thanks, Nicole. In sports this week, T20 cricket began at France's Plain, and in golf there was a Texas Scramble on Sunday. No women's volleyball took place as the ladies took a break to celebrate Mother's Day. First, cricket. Jamestown Barracudas took on the Jamestown Zodiacs in the first fixture of the 2016 T20 cricket tournament at France's Plain on Saturday. Zodiacs won the customary coin toss and elected to bat. Martin Cranfield's knock of 17 proved to be the highest, but cameos from the middle and lower order batsmen pushed their score to 114. For Barracudas, Andrew Young was the best bowler, taking 3 for 16 from his 4 overs. In reply, Barracudas chased down the required target for the loss of 2 wickets. David George's unbeaten 46 was the highest score. Andrew Osborne took 2 wickets for 23 runs for Zodiacs. Saturday's second fixture saw Leverwood All-Stars inflict yet another crushing defeat upon St. Paul's B. Gareth Johnson, Tyler Scipio, and Dane Leo took 2 wickets each as All-Stars bowled St. Paul's for 72. AJ Bennett's 22 was the highest score of St. Paul's innings. Gareth Johnson and Russ Henry knocked off the score with relative ease. Henry finished unbeaten on 34 and Johnson 36. On Sunday, defending champions St. Matthew's Lions started their title defence with victory over Western A Mustangs. Philip Stroud took a hat-trick that left Mustangs reeling in the early stages. But a 31 from Robert George and 21 from Alex Fowler saw Mustangs hit their way to a respectable total of 114. Lions made short work of the run chase, but lost enough wickets to keep Mustangs interested. Scott Crowey hit the winning runs in the 13th over and finished unbeaten on 37. Callum Alec was Mustangs' best bowler, taking 2 for 13 from 3 overs. The final match of the weekend saw Halftree Hollow Dolphins take on Sandy Bay Pirates. Ryan Belgrove struck a brutal 92 as Pirates posted a mammoth 197. Jeff Benjamin's 6 for 37 ensured Pirates' innings ended within 17 overs, and the boys from Sandy Bay did not post a total in excess of 200. In reply, David Young's 103 gave Dolphins some hope of reaching the required target, but they fell some 25 runs short on 152 for 6. Ryan Belgrove continued to have a good match, returning bowling figures of 3 for 18. On to golf. There wasn't any competition played on Saturday, but on Sunday, a Club Texas Scramble competition was held with 22 competitors participating. Despite horrendous weather conditions that included torrential rain, strong winds, and at times poor visibility, some fine golf was played. 2 teams scored 2 balls, Martin Buckley and Otto Engel on the 7th hole, and Brian Coleman and Brian Fowler on the 16th. Brian Fowler and Brian Coleman took first place honours, with Anya and Niall O'Keefe finishing in second. That's it for the sports this week. Back to you, Nicole.
Thanks, Damien. Well, that's it for this week's Newsbite. Be sure to tune in again next week for more top stories. I'm Nicole Peters, and thank you for watching.